are good and taking good care of yourself. Okay. So today we will learn the third chapter in your physics syllabus, and the name of the chapter is force. I believe you all know about the meaning of pull and push. Pull or push. So when I am saying about pull and push, can you give me examples where you need to apply pull and where you need to apply push? Suppose I have kept this pen over this duster. You can see that I have kept this pen over this duster and I am applying a force in this way. So now you are telling me it is pull or push. I am pressing from here and it is going like that. So this is push. And what is pull? If suppose the pen is kept in this way and you are bringing it in this way. So in this case it is pull. So let me give you more examples of pull and push. Suppose you want to open the door. So opening a door is a pull. When you go for any vacation, you all like use trolley bag and you pull that trolley bag. So pulling any trolley or cart, pulling trolley or cart is also a like pull force, trolley or cart. Then you have road on rickshaw. So we call like people who all pull the rickshaw puller. So pulling rickshaw is also a kind of pull force. And now if I give you some examples of push. Okay. You have seen when the car it breaks down, sometimes you have to push the car. So for like pushing the car we can say. Then like if I give you more examples of pushing, like in many times we have to push any object, like suppose you want to shift your almirah or table in your room. So like pushing a car or pushing any object, these are examples of like push. Pushing any object like table. Alright, so I hope you all can write more examples on pulling and pushing. So while pulling or pushing, what are we actually doing? We are applying a force. So the force can be of two types, pulling force or pushing force. Okay. Now when either we are pushing or pulling, the body state of motion we are changing, right? State, like whether it is in rest or in motion, we are changing that. Okay. Like suppose who all play cricket, they must know that there is a roller kind of thing what is being used to roll the pitches and all, right? You have seen this thing. So you pull it, right? Suppose you are pulling it in this way. That means what? Initially it was kept, but you are giving it some motion. It was at rest. Like it was like if I keep the duster in this way, it is in rest. But if I pull it, it has started moving in a motion. So by applying pull or push, okay, we change their state. If it is in rest, we give them the motion. I hope you understand that. So this is also another example of pulling. When the roller of the cricket pitch, you pull it. Okay. Now, except this push and pull, we may discuss another two types of force. But before I go there, I will write the effect of pull or push that changes the state of motion. That changes the state of motion. Except pull and push, we must know about stretch and squeeze. Okay, what are the terms I am saying? Stretch. You all use rubber band in your home. So if you stretch the rubber band, it increases in its size. So like stretch, by stretch we can increase the size if the material has some elasticity in it. Okay. Then another force is squeeze. Some of you have seen those yellow color smiley balls, okay, those sponge kind of things. So if you press that ball, what happens? The size gets decreased. Alright. So by squeezing what? We can decrease the size. By stretching we can increase the size. By squeezing we can decrease the size. So pull and push, that like change the state of motion, whereas stretch and squeeze, that effect on the, or that change the shape or the size. I hope you understand. Like pull and push can change the state of motion. If it is in rest, it will move in motion, and stretch and squeeze can change the shape or size. Understood? Now let me give you like more effects of force, like what a force can do. Suppose like you are playing football. Alright. Suppose you are playing football. All of you love to play football. Suppose this is a football and you are playing that. You are playing football and some of you kick the ball very hard. Okay. And here also another player is there who receives the ball. Okay. The ball has come in this direction and the player finally receives the ball here. You measure the mass of the football here and you measure the mass of the football here. Will the mass be changed if any force is applied to the football? Yes, who all are thinking mass should not change. If the mass of the football is say 500 gram here also it will be 500 gram. So force cannot change mass. I hope you understood. Now say like here this player has kicked the ball, so this was moving in this direction. Now this player has passed the ball, gave a pass. Okay, and here we have another player. Okay, and the ball come rolling in this way to here, and this player receives the ball finally here. So now the direction is here. So you can see by applying a force, first point I am writing, mass cannot be changed, but direction can be changed. Like previously the ball was moving in this direction, but now it is moving in this direction. So direction can be changed. Now, like when this player has kicked the ball in this way, it has some speed. Okay. But if this is a very stronger player than this one and he kicked the ball really hard, then the speed will be increasing. Or if this player is weak on the other hand, then the speed of the ball will decrease. So force can change the speed. Speed also can be changed. Okay. So, and like I have given you the example of football. Now who all love to play cricket? At times what happens, suppose any bowler, any fast bowler is bowling, okay, and have released the ball very fast, and the batsman is also very good. He plays a square cut. Then what will happen? The like speed of the ball may increase because already the some speed was there when the bowler released the ball. But after hitting it with the bat, the batsman can give more amount of force in it. So the speed of the ball can be more. And suppose like so speed can be like changed, we understood that. And suppose the batsman wanted to defend the ball. Bowler has released the ball. The ball is coming with a very like good motion, good speed. But placing the bat against the ball will yet come at rest, right? If the ball is defense, okay. So force can be used to change the like state of motion also, that we have discussed in pull or push as well. So if something is in motion, that can come to rest. If something is in rest, that can come to motion. Okay. So rest can become motion, or motion also can become rest by applying force. So I hope you all have understood this all. Then, like we have discussed about stretch and quiz to explain that force can be used to change shape and size also. Shape and size. So these are the effects of applying force. So I hope you all understood the effects of force. Okay. Now we have to discuss about few types of force. Alright. So majorly force can be classified into two types of force. One is contact force, one is the non-contact force. Okay. Contact force, and the other what we can say is non-contact force. When I gave you the example of push, suppose this is push, and if you want to bring it this way, this is pull. This is pull and this is push, right? So the pen, what is the moving object that is in contact with the duster? So contact forces are those force, okay, where the body is in like contact with something. I hope you understand the meaning of contact force. Let me give you more examples. You all like love to like ride on these sliders. So when a boy is sliding in this way, so the boy is in contact with the slider. So this is also an example of contact force. Alright. Now coming to the non-contact force, like we can give examples of 3-4 types of force. The first we can give is gravitational force. Gravitational force. Okay. Now what is this gravitational force? I hope you have already learnt about the difference between mass and weight. Okay. So who all have learned good about weight? Okay. They know that weight is a type of force and this weight is only gravitational force. So you have already learned force can change the state of motion. If it is at rest, it can come to the motion. Suppose I have kept this duster here. You can see I have kept this duster and I am releasing it. So it started moving. As soon as I have released it, it has started moving, right? So some force is applied on this to make it moving. Which force is that? Because earth is pulling it, right? So that is what we call it gravitational force. And because of this gravitational force only, like Newton, Mr. Isaac Newton has found the apple falling. I hope you know about that story. The another type of example of non-contact force what we can give is like electrostatic force. Electrostatic force. There are like when you will be learning electricity in higher classes, you will come to know about like there are many electrically charged particles, positive or negative. So there also exists some type of attraction force between them. We call that electrostatic force. And another example I can give is what? Magnetic force. Suppose this is a piece of magnet and this is a piece of iron. So this iron piece is kept, and if I brought the magnet near to the iron piece, what will you observe? The iron is being attracted. So initially the piece of iron was kept at rest, and now as soon as I bring the magnet closer, the iron particle started moving. So when it started moving, that means what? Some force is applying on it. Okay. So this force is known as magnetic force. So I hope you understood about these three types of force. And like let me give you one more very good example of like changing the speed by applying force. You all like sit in a swing, okay, and you have a good swing. Now at times what happens? You push the swing, it starts moving, right? So after a while, the speed of the swing gets decreased, and to like maintain the speed, somebody pushes it from the back, and the swing again started like swinging in a very higher speed. So from here also we can understand force can be used to change the speed of any object also. Okay, later on you will learn about a term called acceleration. Okay, this acceleration is like rate of change of velocity we call. Velocity and speed is almost same but a little different. You will know about that in higher class. Okay, so acceleration you will learn later on. Now we will discuss about a very special type of force. We call it friction force. I believe you all are well acquainted with the term friction. What does this mean, friction? Friction is nothing but the opposing force. You know that by applying the force we can change the state of the motion. If a body is at rest we can give it a motion, right? So friction is what? Something that opposes the motion. Okay, opposing force. I am writing opposing force for friction. Suppose I have a table here and there is a book on the table. Alright, the book is in contact with the table. Suppose I am applying a force on the book on this direction. So the book should move in this direction, but if you push the book, you will not find it so like easy to push the book, right? If the book is very heavy, because of this like surface of the table, this is applying a opposite force. Okay, in the opposite direction. The direction of the applied force is suppose in this way. So the friction force will work in this way. Alright. So friction is what? The opposing force, and it like acts in the very opposite way of the applied force. So this friction basically depend on like two things. The first thing is mass of the object. Mass of the object. Suppose like you are trying to push a very big object, say like a very big like desk, then you have to give more effort, you have to give more of force. Why? Because the opposing force is more, because the friction is more. So if the mass is more, the friction is more. Alright, but suppose if you want to move this pen, then you have to give a very little amount of force, because the mass of pen is not very much. So mass is more means what? Friction force is more. And the second thing on what the force of friction depends is the nature of the surface. I have seen small kids like you all like do what? On tile, you all run and then you slide, right? But on a like normal playground you cannot do that. But on marbles or tiles you all can run and you can slide. But on playground you cannot do that. Why? Because marbles or tiles, they are very smooth. The surface is smooth. But for playground, the surface is rough because of grass and the nature of the like soil also. So friction force like depends on the nature of the surface. If the surface is smooth, then friction force will be less. If the surface is like rough, then the friction will be like more. Alright. So I hope you understand that friction force depends upon these two things. Now we have to learn about different types of friction force. One is like static friction. Static friction. The another one is sliding friction. This sliding friction we call skidding also, okay. And the last one we should know as rolling friction. Alright, if I give you example of all this, it will be very clear. Let's come back here. Suppose the book is kept on the table. So the book is at rest, book is at static position. So here what type of friction force work is static friction. Okay. Suppose I am standing on the ground. There is some friction force between the floor and my shoe. Okay. So this is also known as static friction. Understood? What is sliding friction? Suppose I have applied a force to, I have applied a push force to the book. So the book will slide to the table. Similarly, suppose if the pen is kept here and I am giving the push, so the pen is moving, pen is like in motion. This is what, and one friction force works. Okay. So this is what we call it sliding friction. Okay. Suppose one inclined surface is there. Say this one. Suppose one inclined surface is there and you want to make one wooden block fall in there. Okay. But this wooden block will be facing one friction force. Here, if you know external force work, the block will be moving in this direction because of the gravitational force that is working downwards. Okay, one component is applying in this way of this gravitational force. Okay, but so the body will move in this direction. All right. So the friction force will work in the opposite direction. So now this is known as sliding friction. I hope you understand about sliding friction. Now we are left with only rolling friction. Well, whenever in your kitchen the gas gets finished, the gas distributor they come and the person who brings the gas, probably you have seen, they try to roll the cylinder. Correct? So when something is rolling over a surface, then what friction works? We call it like rolling friction. Alright. Suppose instead of a block, I keep something circular over here. Suppose I keep a cylinder. Okay. Then or a wheel. Then it will rotate in this way and it will fall down by moving in this way. Okay. So here what the friction force will be known as rolling friction. So I hope you understood about rolling friction and sliding friction. If you haven't understood till now, let me give you live example. Suppose I want to rub this part. Okay. I am taking the duster in my hand and I am doing it. So I am feeling one friction force while rubbing it. Yes or no? The friction between the board and the duster, and I am sliding the duster. See, I am not rolling it. Am I rolling it in this way? No, na. I am sliding it. So the friction that is being experienced here is known as sliding friction. But now suppose I have this pen in my hand and I am just rolling it like this, rolling it. So the pen is rolling over the board. In this case it is rolling friction. So I hope you understood about different types of friction. At the very last of this chapter, what we have to discuss is few advantages and disadvantages of friction. Disadvantages everyone knows of friction. If the friction is more, then we have to apply more force. Okay, this is one of the important disadvantages of friction. More force to be applied to do any work. But in the case of rolling friction, just now we have discussed about rolling friction and sliding friction. The rolling friction is always less than the sliding friction. That is why instead of pulling the gas cylinder, we just roll it. Then we need not to give much effort, much force. So if the friction force is more, we have to give what? More force. So this is one major disadvantages. Now let's see whether there is any advantage or not of friction. Suppose we walk. I am walking. I can walk, or anybody can walk. Any animal can walk, or any human can walk because of this friction force only. Because we are giving the force, and friction force is, suppose I am walking. I am doing like this. Okay. So I am applying the force in this way with my leg. But the opposing force is what? Friction. This friction is pushing me this way. I hope you understand. So for walking, advantage of friction is walking. Then another advantage can be what? If the friction is very less, alright, the the surface become very slippery, and on slippery surface it is very difficult to control cars and all. That is why during monsoon, during rainy season, you often like get the news that some car has been crashed. If the friction is very less, then we will we'll lose the control. Okay, so in this way also friction helps us to maintain the proper motion. I hope you understand about advantages and disadvantages. Later on we'll be discussing more of disadvantages of friction and advantages also. So I hope you really enjoyed this chapter 4 and learnt also nicely. Thank you.